something truly special about a homemade pie. There is something truly special about a homemade pie. The aroma filling your kitchen, the anticipation as it bakes, and the first delicious bite. It's pure comfort food. Baking a pie from scratch might seem daunting, but don't worry. With a little guidance, you'll be pulling a masterpiece out of the oven in no time. This guide will take you through each step, ensuring a rewarding and delicious experience. Let's get started. Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be afraid to experiment, and most importantly, have fun. There's no greater joy than sharing a slice of homemade pie with loved ones. Before we embark on our baking journey, let's gather our delicious ingredients. You'll need these pantry staples to create a classic 9-inch fruit pie. For the crust, you'll need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, plus extra for dusting, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter, chilled and cut into small pieces, and half a cup of ice water. For the filling, you'll need 6 cups of sliced fresh fruit, such as apples, berries, or peaches, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of butter, cut into small pieces. These ingredients are your building blocks to pie perfection. Make sure you have everything measured and ready before you begin. The foundation of a great pie lies in its crust. A flaky, buttery crust is achievable with a few simple steps. First, in a large bowl, whisk together flour and salt. Add the chilled butter pieces. Using a pastry blender or your fingertips, work the butter into the flour until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Next, gradually add the ice water, a tablespoon at a time, mixing lightly with a fork until the dough just comes together. Do not overwork the dough. Then, divide the dough in half, shape each half into a disc, wrap tightly in plastic wrap, and refrigerate for at least 1 hour. Chilling the dough allows the gluten to relax, resulting in a more tender crust. This is a crucial step for achieving that melt-in-your-mouth texture. While the dough chills, let's create a vibrant and flavorful fruit filling. In a large bowl, combine the sliced fruit, granulated sugar, brown sugar, cornstarch, cinnamon, salt, and lemon juice. Gently toss to coat the fruit evenly. Let the mixture sit for about 15 minutes, allowing the juices to release. This will create a naturally thickened and flavorful filling. Remember, you can use any fruit you like. Get creative and try different combinations for unique and delicious pie variations. Now comes the fun part, putting it all together. First, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. On a lightly floured surface, roll out 1 disc of the chilled dough into a 12-inch circle. Carefully transfer the dough to a 9-inch pie plate. Gently press the dough into the bottom and sides of the plate. Next, pour the fruit filling into the prepared pie crust. Dot the filling with the remaining tablespoon of butter. Then roll out the second disc of dough. You can either place it over the filling for a traditional double crust pie or cut it into strips for a lattice top. If using a lattice top, arrange the strips over the filling, weaving them together in a crisscross pattern. Take your time with this step and get creative with your top crust design. A beautifully crafted crust adds to the visual appeal of your pie. With the pie assembled, it's time to bake. Place the pie on a baking sheet to catch any drips. Bake for 20 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 220 degrees Celsius. Then reduce the oven temperature to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius and bake for an additional 35 to 40 minutes or until the crust is golden brown and the filling is bubbly. Keep a close eye on the pie as it bakes. If the edges of the crust start to brown too quickly, cover them loosely with aluminum foil to prevent burning. Here are a few extra tips to ensure your pie turns out perfectly. For a flakier crust, use cold ingredients and avoid overworking the dough. To prevent a soggy bottom crust, pre-bake the crust for 10 minutes before adding the filling. This is especially helpful for very juicy fillings. If your filling is too runny, you can thicken it by adding a tablespoon or 2 of tapioca starch or quick cooking tapioca along with the cornstarch. These tips will help you troubleshoot any common pie baking challenges and ensure a delicious outcome. Once your pie is baked to golden perfection, resist the urge to cut into it immediately. Allow the pie to cool on a wire rack for at least 2 to 3 hours before slicing. This will give the filling time to set and prevent it from running when cut. Serve your homemade pie warm or at room temperature. A dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream makes the perfect accompaniment. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and savor every bite of your delicious homemade pie. Once you've mastered the classic fruit pie, don't be afraid to experiment with different flavors and variations. For an apple pie, use a mix of different apple varieties for a more complex flavor. Add a pinch of nutmeg and a handful of chopped pecans to the filling. For a berry pie, combine your favorite berries like strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. A teaspoon of almond extract enhances the berry flavors beautifully. For a peach pie, use fresh, ripe peaches for the best flavor. A sprinkle of cinnamon and a touch of cardamom complement the sweetness of the peaches perfectly. The possibilities are endless. Let your creativity guide you and enjoy exploring the wonderful world of pie baking.